Is that true? There's like, it's like bar graphs. You can vote which one is better, and one just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Heard about this. There's some polling going on online. How generous of you. Thank you for your question and for your dinner offer. Here's the truth. Criticism has always brought us closer together and never really made us feel further apart. If someone talks negatively about Tegan, I want to tear their throat out, their throat area. And I struggle with, specifically, I think it's, the easiest way to answer your question is that I think criticism is terrific, and I think that it's very challenging to take any sort of criticism or critique. You know, we're in the middle of writing songs right now for our new record, and we've really opened up the safe space to a lot of people that we normally wouldn't ask for feedback from because we want to challenge ourselves, and it's so hard to get criticism, but when it feels really bad, it's really upsetting, but it's necessary. And like in anything in the world, I think to get better, you have to be able to sort of tear down what you do and then rebuild it back. And so when it's criticism or critique that seems like it's aimed to make something better about us, we're all for it. And but it's so interesting because fan criticism, people who express love for our band, but then also can be incredibly critical and mean, and unnecessarily probably mean about us personally. That to me was something that started almost immediately as soon as we got fans, like whatever that really means. Like as soon as Tegan and I started performing publicly, as early as 1999, whenever we got the internet, we had an email address. And I remember as early as the late 90s, people would write us, you know, I saw your video at 3 a.m. on, you know, MTV, and I hate you, and I wish you were dead, and you were so horrible. And we would be like, who the hell on this internet, which took 7 years to just email one email, it would be like, and they'd be like, wait to see what Tegan and Sara think about my email. You know, like, it was just like unbelievable to me that people would do that. But they did, right from the beginning, before we ever had a fan or a record deal or anything. It felt like there was already people that are gonna tear you down. Not often. No, but it would happen. It would happen, and we would just be like, oh God, this person thinks we're terrible. And then it was like soon after that, we were like, never look at that kind of shit. You just, if somebody Mom just forwarded me something the other day and it said, what people say about you is none of your business. And I think that's how we look at it. Is like those fan pages, our friends tell us about them, family members, we have basically begged everyone we know not to go to them because I think people are so rude. And I think that for the most part, actually the people on their sites aren't rude. It's just mean bully culture, and they'll come to me and be like, you wouldn't believe what they said, and I'm like, I don't care what they have to say. Like, it's not really, it's not criticism, and this goes for anybody, and I'm not trying to be like one of those people that goes to speak at high schools, but I think there is a time and a place for criticism and for critique, and often it's important to hear from your peers. It's important to hear from people when it seems like it's going to be proactive in helping you get better. But saying mean things, there is a time and a place where you have to, you see that stuff and then you realize, like, I'm not going to assign any value to that anymore. It's more important to me, you know, this over here. So we try really hard. It's so tough though. It's like especially for Tegan and I, we've never hidden behind like a band or like, you know, capes or whatever. Like we were so geeky, like right from the get-go. It was really easy to pick on us. We were like, you know, we were like sleeping babies. It was easy, you know? We were like, da, 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 we're here. And we thought that people would just be nice because we're like that. We're a little naive. And so it's really hard, but it's also made us, like I said at the beginning of this long rambling thing, if anything, when someone is like, yeah, you're better than Tegan, I'm just like, shut up. I quit. That's how much I hate what you just said. Tegan is the only member. I hope you're happy. You know, like, now that's all you get. You're stuck with her. You're stuck with the less one. That's what you get. I always just say to people, we split everything 50-50, so I don't care if she's better or not. I still make as much money as she does. That's true. Sure does. In the back, you kind of have your arm like this. You're like directly in front of me. Yep, you. Yep. Yeah, you.